It is party time, Mom. Welcome to another episode of the Chad Prather Show. Studio 22, Lisa Page. I just spit.
Thanks. Just
You're
hit
welcome.
me.
It almost hit that whatever you're wearing.
This is my boho side, everyone.
That moo-moo. You are channeling your inner Hillary Clinton.
I love it.
Do you two have a colostomy bag?
Oh my. Wow. Well.
My gosh. It's Tuesday. Andrew Cuomo is a pig.
Douche bag.
We always knew Mr.
Sicko.
Nipples. Governor Nipples. Governor Nipple Clips.
Ew.
Nipple studs. Are you blushing over there, Jennings?
Oh, a little bit. I'm just trying to think of whether or not they're real.
Of course they're real.
If it's a real piercing or you just clips them on.
Listen, dude. I don't know what shows up on your Instagram, but I know how to recognize nipple studs. Okay? I've seen enough of them. You can tell.
There's no question.
Lisa,
you
you
know
can tell.
what?
It's real.
You know.
It's the real deal.
When homeboy's got a schmedium polo on, doing a press conference, you could tell. We're flying into the nether regions of all things nipple studs. What do you even call those? Is it studs, piercings,
Who
Prince
knows?
Albert? I don't.
I
What is this?
don't know.
What is it, Cruz? I don't even know. The
It's
nipple
not
piercing.
It's not the Albert one, because that one is
That's in
down
your
yonder.
wiener.
Yeah, that's in the wiener down there.
Ugh.
Yeah, but it's just called studs.
Can we just divulge into that nether region for a minute? Why would you even take a chance of piercing your genitalia?
Well, it was done because of the Queen. The Queen did not want to see bulging on their staff, so she ordered that the staff did that, so there was no bulging from the staff.
So, like, what? They could staple it to the taint or
Yes.
just cinch it up?
Yes.
Really?
Instead of doing the tuck and go, it was tuck permanently.
Look at the discomfort on Mark's face right now.
Yeah.
Look at the discomfort.
He's not a fan of this discussion.
Oh, my gosh. I wouldn't put it past the dude. So that was the whole deal.
And you know.
Just so you could just stitch it back.
And you
Okay.
know, when he was with these girls, he's like kinky and gross. He just probably wants to do all these dirty things. Him and his brother.
His
Ugh.
brother's dirty, too.
They're
I've seen
all
too many
dirty.
interviews. Chris Cuomo, like when he gives interviews for CNN, like I saw him give that interview. Y'all was just letting you guys listen to the one where he was interviewing the girl and really trying to put her on the spot and stuff. It's like he kind of gets turned on by it.
He's gross.
Yeah.
The whole family's nasty.
Look at Jennings blushing over there.
I'm just
He's
enjoying.
speechless.
I'm enjoying the conversation.
He's speechless. Anyway, a lot to get into today. We're going to talk about that because apparently Andrew Cuomo is guilty. They found him guilty. There's a lot of stuff going on. Let me tell you what I did at 2:00 in the morning. Let me pull this Facebook post up that I did. You would think that I would be ready. BlazeTV.com/Chad. Use promo code Chad. Sign up. I posted this. I said it's such a. Have you seen this post, by the way? You're not on
At
Facebook.
2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Sometimes I wake up with thoughts.
Well, I mean.
You know, it was about 2:30, 2:40 in the morning. And I said, it's such a simple step-by-step process that the government wants you to follow. Everyone can do it. Number 1, make an appointment. Number 2, travel to a certain location. 3, prove your citizenship, residency. 4, fill out a form. 5, wait in line. 6, meet with a licensed professional. 7, agree to have the process submitted to the government. 8, get certified by governing authorities. 9, receive confirming documents. And 10, go about your daily life. I said, and that's all you have to do to get an ID card. Did you think I was talking about you racist? Didn't even mention the word vaccine.
And how many?
And I got the COVID warning on that post.
Are you serious?
Ooh,
Yeah.
They're looking for you.
Still got, I was talking about how you get a driver's license, how you get an ID. It's the same exact step-by-step process. But, you know, they'll go door to door to give you the vaccine. Mm-hmm. They're not going to go door to door to give you an ID.
No.
And by the way, they're now allowing, because of the new mandates, and the mandates are coming, folks. The mandates are coming. Prepare yourself. We're going to have an answer for this. We're going to have a little online virtual protest, maskburnday.com. That website actually should be up some point in time tonight.
Ooh.
But that will announce more announcements about what that's going to look like. But the mandates are coming. They're already happening more and more in New York. They're happening in California. And now, guess what they're allowing in California with this recall of Gavin Newsom? They're allowing mail-in ballots once again. So the mandates are hitting right in time to force mail-in ballots so they don't have to get to smarmy, slick-headed Gavin Newsom, who, by the way, looks like someone who could play Satan.
100%.
In a television show.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy, smarmy. You know who his ex-wife is?
Who?
Kim Guilfoyle, that dates Don Trump Jr.
Oh, no.
Little known piece of trivia.
Oh, no.
Married to Kim Guilfoyle. Hey, got a lot to get into. How will you know you're ready to do something about your receding hairline and bald spot when they're the first things you see in the mirror? You should already know. Okay, it's time. Right now. Right now is the time. Now what? That's easy. Keeps. Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any competitors, and hundreds of thousands of guys they trust Keeps for their hair loss prevention. Keeps offers doctor-recommended, FDA-approved hair treatment, and because they're the generic versions, you pay about half the cost. And best of all, you do everything online. You answer a few questions, you snap a couple of pictures of your hair, a licensed doctor reviews your info, recommends the right hair loss treatment for you, then it's shipped to your door. And should you have questions along the way, you can message your Keeps doctor 24/7 and track your progress with Keeps progress tracking tool. Let's get you started with a special discount. Go to Keeps, that's KEEPS.com/loss for 50% off. I want you to look, Lisa. Look at this fine coif of hair.
Oh, sexy.
I'm sort of
beyond.
I'm sort of receding. But
Beyond.
Yeah, you see my little ring up here. It's right there.
It's right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my Keeps going. Keeps.com/loss. Keeps.com/loss. I want you to go there and fix it today. We'll be right back. You know, I was thinking this morning, I always send people over to watchchad.com. That's because that's where all the fun stuff is. And I want to encourage people to get over there and check out some of our upcoming shows and events. We've started putting the political events on there as well. We've got a number of them coming up, crisscrossing the state. And I've got shows, I think, if the mandates don't shut us down, we're going to be in Pueblo, Colorado. We're finally going to be in Grand Junction, Colorado. Those shows were postponed 4 times, rescheduled 4 times. And we were going to do Loveland. I was talking to my agent this morning. I think we're going to postpone that when we have a little more time to promote it. Because I love going to that part of Colorado. It's a good place to go. We'll see if Colorado shuts us down, though. We're trying to do a 3-show stretch in Michigan. We'll see how that goes.
When are these shows? Michigan and Colorado?
Well, Colorado is going to be September 10 and 11.
Oh, boy.
And so that's one of those things. It's going to get tricky, Lisa, because, you know, the venue owners, they're saying that they're going to push back. And they're going to make sure that these shows, you know, all these shows across the thing are going to happen. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's getting crazy.
They need to. There's not enough businesses pushing back. That's the problem. If they do it, everybody else around them will start doing it. And what are they going to do? They're going to shut down everything?
Yeah. One of the things I've got coming up that they won't shut down, August 29th at the backyard in Waco, our friend Jamie Blanick, you know, that lost her leg in the tragic accident.
Yep.
She was on the show. The very lovely Jamie Blanick. We're having a benefit. It's like Jamie Fest or something.
Really?
Yeah. At the backyard in Waco. It's going to be a big time.
When
I'm going to be there. Josh Abbott will be there. Josh Abbott Band. Which, by the way, the Josh Abbott Band, every year they do Jab Fest.
Yeah.
Horrible year for the Jab Fest.
This is not a good year for Jab Fest.
Horrible year to have the name Jab in your music festival. September 10th, though, going to be in Grand Junction, Colorado. September 11th, Pueblo. September 17th, going to be in Fredericksburg, Texas, with the Ragamuffins.
Yes.
And September 18th, going to be in Kerrville, which is going to be with the Ragamuffins, but it's also going to be with our friend Representative Kyle Biederman, Boots and Barbecue with Chad Prather and the Ragamuffins. That's going to be in Kerrville, Texas. October 15th, got a show in Waco, again back there at the Hippodrome. I've never not sold out there, so October 15th, get your tickets there. Then going to be concert in the country. Pat Green, a bunch of others. We're going to be there with the Ragamuffins. That's going to be 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people benefiting the troops. Mm-hmm. Everything we do is for the troops.
But Chad, you don't do enough charity stuff.
We do a lot of charity stuff. It's all for the exposure, really.
Right. You're just doing it for attention.
Yeah, I know.
I'm starting to sound like those catty women on my feed from Saturday. Sorry.
You got tuned up again last night. I saw. Yeah, you were. Anyway, let's don't revisit that.
No, it's a bad
Get
space.
you all fired up.
Yeah, no.
So Andrew Cuomo, apparently, he's a groper.
He's a groper for sure.
He's a groper. We mentioned that. And this is the breaking news with the announcement. Play it for us, Marcus.
The independent investigation has concluded that Governor Andrew Cuomo sexually harassed multiple women and in doing so violated federal and state law. Specifically, the investigation found that Governor Andrew Cuomo sexually harassed current and former New York State employees by engaging in unwelcome and non-consensual touching and making numerous offensive comments of a suggestive and sexual nature that created a hostile work environment.
And that, of course, Attorney General of New York, Letitia James, very serious in this statement.
Well, they're saying right now that he's responding. Cuomo sexually harassed multiple women, and now he's responding. So,
well, our very own Glenn Beck, up and coming young radio star here at the Blaze, he talked about it on his show this morning. He said Cuomo's going to resign. What do you think, Chris Cruz? He's going to resign?
Nope.
Don't think he's going to resign. Forced out, maybe, Jennings.
No.
Maybe.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't know. We'll see.
He'll be forced out. He's not going to resign. He's too hot-headed. Pun intended.
I was just thinking for your merch store, you should have an Andrew Cuomo T-shirt, but it's just two hands like this, groping.
That's right.
We've got one of our shirts that's coming out now called, it says "Freedom Over Fear," and it's got the little stars. And on the women's V-neck, you get the point. It's you get the point. It's right at that point.
That would look laughable on me, by the way.
That's the kind of patriotic.
What?
Look at Lisa, man. Did she get something done to herself?
That's the kind of patriotism Andrew Cuomo can get behind.
Now, I was on Stu's show a while back, and we talked about Andrew Cuomo, and there's no love lost. But, this was a couple of months ago when all this stuff was coming down, and I sort of was an Andrew Cuomo apologist because some of these accusations were a little bit reaching, right? I mean, to say something in jest, say something tongue-in-cheek, to say something in humor, inappropriate, that's one thing. But apparently, Andy C. has done a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
A whole lot more.
And actually, I did see the printout because Stu's doing a whole big thing on his show tonight with it. Andrew Cuomo is Stu's favorite subject,
right?
And one of his producers just walked by and showed me it's over 100 pages of full-on documentation of everything that we're watching on the news right now.
Yeah,
50 Shades of Governor.
Holy.
Well, I was walking down the hallway there, the dressing rooms here at Blaze TV, and his producer walked in and said, "Hot off the presses."
Yes.
And he had a stack of pages.
Yes, that's it.
Stack of pages. Looked like my legal proceedings. Just stacks, just notebooks of it. And anyway. So don't touch people that they don't invite you to touch them.
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
Don't stroke their
Don't touch
privates.
people that don't touch people.
Period.
I'm a hugger.
Yep.
You literally saw me yesterday after a week's vacation. You came and jumped on me, attacked me.
You could file sexual harassment. I literally jumped him.
You jumped on me, and I was holding you.
Yep.
You were like a little Reese's monkey.
That's right.
You
I
came
was like
at me.
a little koala on your
You're
leg.
like your little albino blonde Reese's monkey.
That's right.
You came at me.
That could be a sexual harassment case, though. Don't say anything.
But I don't believe in touching people at all.
I mean, Andrew Cuomo is just gross. He is not attractive at all. He's nasty. Blech.
There's no telling what kind of freaky dick stuff he's done that's been consented to.
He probably has one of those 50 Shades of Grey's bedroom closets going on with all the things.
He hooks up the nipple clamps to electricity.
Speaking of governors, let's talk about another jackass. The Illinois governor, Pritzker. That name is a sexual assault right
Frisker?
there. J.B. Pritzker, governor of Illinois. Now, here's what he did. He came out with a new deal. Look at this guy
Wow.
right here.
Who?
He's like a miniature Chris Cuomo.
He is.
Look at this guy. He's one chin shy of a Cuomo.
Oh,
not Chris. I mean, Chris Christie.
Yeah, Chris Christie.
yes.
Yes. That.
Sorry,
Wow.
Chris Christie.
He looks like he's singing a gospel song as they're taking up the offering.
He does. Well, he's got the whole world. Take a little walk with Jesus. I'm going to tell him all about my sorrow. We're going to come on down to the mountain and go high. I'm just making up gospel music right now.
Well,
And get high. Did y'all ever sing that at Liberty University about getting high? Gonna get high on the mountain. Anyway, he looks like a little junior Chris Christie. He's one chin away from Chris Christie. Look at him. Oh, yeah. Anyway, J.B. Pritzker, he's just passed a new deal. He's gonna do a deal that says that local governments in Illinois can no longer form partnerships with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE. He can't form it. So, in other words, these local governments, and this sounds good on the surface, they can't form a relationship with ICE that relies privately run prison facilities to house immigrant detainees. In other words, ICE is using local detention centers
yes.
to house detainees that are illegal. They're not immigrants.
Okay.
They're illegal. But under the new law that Pritzker's pushing, local contacts with ICE must end by January 22 and new agreements can't be formed. So he said every family, every child, every human being deserves to feel safe and secure in the place that they call home. In other words, if you call it home, you're not illegal. You're home now. Now I want you to unpack this in your head. This is the thing. All you have to say is, I feel at home here, and they can't detain you. This is what's going on. So you say, well, they're not able to detain these people anymore. Well, the thing is, he doesn't want them detained at all. All right? So let me go one step further.
So where are they supposed to go if they're not going to be detained?
Home. They're home now.
Your home, Lisa.
Yeah.
Your
Where?
home.
They ain't coming to my
Specifically
house.
your home.
My house just got redone.
It's perfect then.
Local governments in partnership with U.S. Immigration Customs Enforcement make a person's citizenship or immigration status a potential motivation for a hate crime and protections from workplace discrimination based on a person's work authorization status. He said, I think many of you know that throughout my governorship, I've directed my administration to adopt policies that make Illinois a welcoming state for immigrants, and I'm very proud to sign those accountability measures into law to advance our cause. Basically, what he wants to do is they want to blow the state of Illinois wide open. Safety for all immigrants is citizenship for all immigrants, ending detention, deportation, and ultimately abolishing ICE, said Hwang Chan-yu, a community organizer for the Hannah Center, an advocacy group for Korean American and multi-ethnic communities in Chicago. It's the Way Forward Act is what they're calling Senate Bill 667. By the way, we were corrected on last night's show. People were telling me that bill in California for the free sanitary items, tampons and pads,
Yes.
was not for biological men. Nowhere in the bill does it say biological men. It just says transgender men, which means it's really a woman. Okay. So okay, we'll
Okay.
Thank you for stepping on our humor in the show. Thank you also for violating the rights of men who feel menstrual pain.
But to reiterate a very important point from yesterday's show, if you do stick a tampon up there, you're gonna need it.
What we said still stands true.
Ah!
If you put one in your pee-pee hole, fella.
You're going to need more than just one. You get those pads with the wings.
I got a feeling that somewhere in
Double up.
Illinois they're going to have a need to stop the flow very soon as
You know
well.
what? Why don't we bring all the illegals and just plop them right on Lori freaking, what's her face?
Lori
Lightfoot's house.
I want to talk about her in a minute. I really do. But this is the deal. That's what's happening. Pritzker, he's opened the state of Illinois. Good luck, folks. Good luck.
I'm sure the residents
folks.
are thrilled with this
There
news.
he is, Chris Christie Jr.
He's 5 donuts away.
Where is our Lori Lightfoot picture? Let me just show everybody one more time. Butthole eyes. Butthole eyes, if you've got it. Do you have her? There
Dude,
she is.
She looks like a straight up, she looks like a tortoise.
She does. It's a trap. She looks like Admiral Akbar.
Admiral
She
Akbar.
needs
Right.
keeps. She needs keeps. Send her some.
I think she needs something to drag her eyes back into like
We're
focus.
being so mean.
She looks like the little the little person that was there when Princess Leia died. That's the one she looks like.
She
you
looks
know
like
what
a-
I'm talking about? The Masavana or whatever her name was.
No,
with butthole
she
eyes.
looks like the Beetlejuice.
Yeah, she
the
looks
ant-
like the shrunken head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
she does.
shrunken
That's
head, yeah.
it. With her wide eyes and her shrunken head.
Yeah. Well, there's
You racists.
Bless.
We'll get to this when we come back from the break, but she was peppered with backlash over the weekend after permitting hundreds of thousands of people to gather in the Windy City for Lollapalooza, one of the biggest music festivals in the world, which I told you headlining Lollapalooza this year was Delta Variant. It's a fantastic band, and all of the other bands that were there were also Delta Variant. They had Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta, Epsilon, Zeta, Eta, Theta, Iota, Kappa, Lambda, Mu, Nu, Xi, Omicron, Pi, Rho, Sigma, Tau, Upsilon, Phi, Keep, Psi, and the Omega variant were all represented at Lollapalooza. Did you know, let me tell you something before we talk about our friends over at Gabby, Get a Better Insurance, Gabby Insurance. So I was talking to my insurance agent. I've got to get new insurance on my cars. They won't insure me. I had to, this happened a while back. This is why Gabby is so crucial for me. Because a while back, they won't insure me. You know why?
Why?
Because I'm a celebrity.
Oh, you're too fancy.
And once I started running for governor, they definitely won't touch me. Because if I rear end somebody or something like that, and they say, "Oh, we know who you are," guess
right.
what? See, now we can sue you.
Wow.
So these are things that you may be dealing with too if you ever decide to run for office. You might not be able to get insurance. There's hundreds of companies out there claiming to compare auto and home insurance rates, but there's only one who actually does it. Get a better insurance with Gabby. And I know it because I've done it. Gabby is the one true comparison platform with fast, verifiable quotes, not ballpark guesses. Use your current policy to find a better policy, comparing your current coverage with 40 of the top insurance providers like Progressive, Nationwide, and Travelers all in one place. Use your current insurance information to get started. It's free, and they only show you the policies that are the same or better than your current coverage. Many of them are at a lower price. Gabby helped find that right policy for me, as I told you. And Gabby customers are going to save $961 per year on average. They'll never sell your info, so no annoying spam or robocalls. You got to put your policy to the test like I did. Get the help you need with a better insurance like Gabby. Totally free to check. There's no obligation. Go to Gabby.com/watchchad. That's GABI.com/watchchad. Gabby.com/watchchad. More on Lori Lightfoot when we return. Despite the surge in COVID-19 cases that Democratic leaders say is serious enough to warrant new restrictions and mandates, Lightfoot, who, by the way, is super cool, allowed Lollapalooza to take place over the weekend. 400,000 people attended the annual event that spans 4 days. To justify hosting the massive festival, attendees were required to do what?
Show their vax card.
Show proof of vaccination or a negative COVID-19 within 72 hours of the festival. Play that clip, Marcus.
An added requirement to enter this year's Lollapalooza Music Festival.
Vaccination card, COVID test.
Physical proof of vaccination.
I went to office.
Oh,
They're not even looking at the cards.
They're not
I could have
even
just shown my kid's name label for school.
So,
They'd let me walk
I don't
in.
really go in stores anymore because I just don't want to be in public because of just all the BS. And it's made me a public phobia person, right? I don't want to go in grocery stores. I don't want to go in the pharmacies. I don't want to go. You have to force me to go. If you looked in my pantry, it's bleak.
I'm sure that it is.
It's bleak. My refrigerator needs to be completely cleaned out at this point, okay? Now, here's my issue. Apparently, you can go into any one of these stores and just buy COVID tests, right?
Mm-hmm.
You seen them?
Yeah, we did one on my daughter a couple
you
weeks
did
ago.
one? Okay.
Yes, little swab action up the nose. Came back negative because she's already had COVID. But one little kid from her camp tested positive, and of course they had to cancel the camp.
Wah, wah,
Yeah.
wah.
And all the kids that were going to go, they couldn't, any kid that was in the camp of the kid that tested positive was not allowed to do any of the following week's camps until they waited the extra days to take another test, and then they were symptom free it was a racket. But yes, Stu bought the 2 test kit at CVS, and we knew the results within 15 minutes after we swabbed her.
So help me with this. You're a woman, I'm assuming.
I identify as one, yes.
I don't want to assume your gender. By the way, somebody sent me an email. I've got to do a conference call with somebody on Thursday afternoon, and they're in Berkeley, California, and they put their pronouns on the thing, and I'm like, I don't want to be on the phone with this person.
Oh gosh, no.
I mean, your name was Susan. I think I could figure it out.
Oh my gosh.
That you're a she, her. Anyway,
it's the trend.
You're a woman, right? So I don't know how to ask this. I don't want to be invasive, but like women get like the HPV vaccine, right? The herpes vaccine. Which HPV? Am I saying this right?
Yes, you are. It's the HPV, and the dude and the female are supposed to get the vaccine because I got it in the military.
Okay.
It's a 3-dose shot. You have to get it before you're 25. After that, you're screwed.
You could just get herpes.
Yes, you have HPV.
Which, if you have HPV in women, can lead to cervical cancer. Which I would think cervical cancer has historically killed more people than the coronavirus. My assumption, I don't have this hard data in front of me. I have to believe that at Lollapalooza, there is a lot of herpes, a lot of HPV being spread around. But no one, literally no one, has been forced to show their HPV vaccine card.
That's a great point.
This is pissing me off right now.
That's the kind of crowd that would probably need one.
I want to know why they're wanting to kill people with a cervix. Why do you want to kill people with a cervix, Jennings?
I hate all birthing people.
I don't like it. Give them free tampons. But give them some colon cancer or cervical cancer too. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if HPV can give you colon cancer if you're into that kind of.
Well, it depends on what gender you're identifying as that day.
I don't know.
So,
but you see my point. They're not at Lollapalooza, which is a herpes fest. Do you know how many sexually transmitted diseases are going on at Lollapalooza? 400,000 music fans.
Yeah.
You know how much freak show shit happens at Burning Man?
You got a lot more to worry about than a little Johnny Apple COVID.
I mean.
Yeah.
By the way, Chad, if you want some stats, from 2013 to 2017, about 45,000 HPV-associated cancer happened in the United States, 25,000 of them among women, and 19,000 of them among men.
Okay.
Cervical cancer is most common HPV-associated cancer among women.
Okay. So over that 4-year span, not as many died as coronavirus. I'll give you that. Or at least that we know died from coronavirus. Not from complications that also had coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's face it, I've yet to find anybody who, quote, died from coronavirus. That's just like I don't know anybody that's died from AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
They died from complications with AIDS, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you get pneumonia or something like that, and you have complications because of the virus you're carrying. That's the same thing with the coronavirus. The HPV, of course, causes cancer. We know that the cancer killed you. Versus you didn't die from complications from cancer.
Exactly.
You died from cancer.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So my argument, in my opinion, still stands, Lisa. And I don't understand why Chris Cruz knows more about your cervix than you do.
He got it. He got the vaccination.
He got the vaccine.
I hear there's a lot of people in Chicago dying from complications of bullet holes.
Yeah.
In certain neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. 400,000 people. You think they want some jiggity-biggity going on? No.
Not at all. And they totally social distanced.
She claimed that 90% of festival attendees were vaccinated. Well, they weren't looking at anybody's vaccine
not.
card right there,
Nope.
so I don't know how anybody knows.
I could have held up my Tom Thumb receipt and walked right on in with no problems.
I've got an old blue food handler's card that I think looks like that. I just
Seriously.
laminated it.
I got a Kroger Plus card.
Let's go. Let's go.
Can you put Lori Lightfoot's picture back up there?
Oh, but please don't.
Please put it back up. That's what HPV looks like.
There you go.
Right there. If you blow
Straight
that
to the
up,
face. Straight
if
to
you
the
blow that
face.
up under a microscope,
Yeah.
like if you really magnify
Yep.
HPV, that's what you get.
Uh-huh.
Lori Lightfoot, butthole eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Can't stand the woman. Oh my gosh.
How do these people even look at that? Wow.
Listen, look at her. Oh.
Dang.
Oh.
That's what's known as a Lori Blightfoot.
Oh,
Any
man.
closer, and we'll have to put like a CDC warning. So
Yeah. They'll get you. The fact checkers will be out there with the vaccine codes, man. Wow. Wow.
I'm surprised that she allowed white people into this fest. You know, I'm surprised. Because she won't
She's
talk.
married to a white woman.
Well, the exception is her wife.
Let's talk about this. Hang on, because we got a couple of minutes here. We're done making money on this show. We don't have any more ad reads. Let's talk about Louisiana again. While we're skipping states, I am shocked at Louisiana. John Bel Edwards. Show me a picture of John Bel Edwards, the governor of Louisiana. There he
I
is.
can't look at in his mask. Looks
There
like
he
it's
is.
cutting off
Look
his
at this
circulation.
guy. He looks like a penis with a mask. Look at that. He looks like reverse puberty.
He looks like a 300 years less old Mitch McConnell.
Look at that
God.
guy. Turtle. And I might be mistaken, but from that picture, it looks like he is wearing two masks.
Well, I mean, his glasses are shoved up into his forehead. They've got to be so tight to his face. How is he breathing? Good God.
But am I not seeing multiple straps go around this guy's head?
Yeah, I mean,
like how
It
much
does look that way.
bondage do you need, John Bel Edwards?
he's
He's
taking
got
a page out
got
of
a ball
Cuomo's
gag
book.
under there.
I follow the rules. Everybody follow me.
He reinstated a statewide mask mandate for everyone 5 years old and up. I was on the
Are
News
you
White
kidding me?
Matters yesterday, and I misquoted this as saying 11 years old. I was on Matt Couch's program on DC Patriot last night, and I misquoted this 11 years. It's worse than that. 5 years and
old.
older. In the Pelican State. You're talking about a state where the people eat pelicans, right? This is like these people, they find critters in the mud, dig them up, and eat them raw in some cases. I love Louisiana. Don't mistake my words for saying something that I'm being negative. I love Louisiana. I love the people of Louisiana. I love the culture of Louisiana. Bienvenue de Louisiana. And people get on to me for my little French Cajun, but let me tell you something. I love the onion. I love that motherfucker, the little onion in a hot sauce, and yeah, I love it. I love it.
You and I
But
have
what is this guy doing?
You and I have the same favorite Cajun restaurant.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact,
we do in Roanoke, Texas.
Yep, that's right.
Bayou Jacks.
Bayou Jacks.
I love Bayou Jacks. I can't. My 2 seasons of the year are crawfish season and not crawfish season. I'm serious.
Yep.
Those are my 2 seasons of the year. Anyway, so they're surging in these things, and so they're afraid of some germs in Louisiana, which to me is fascinatingly ironic. Fascinating. I don't know you ever been down in the bayou.
I don't think I ever have, and I don't even know how to eat a crawfish the right way.
Well,
you
I'm
need
going
to
to
teach
you.
me.
I'll teach you. You get me back to March.
The much
go.
easier list is how to eat it the wrong way.
That's
Oh.
exactly
Much
right.
shorter list.
So anyway, you be safe out there, Lausanne, Nolens, Baton Rouge,
Baton Rouge.
Beaujolais City, man.
Now what are you saying? I don't understand you.
Beaujolais. Yeah. Anyway, and that's disconcerting. We'll be right back. Want to introduce a new segment to the show. We don't know what to call it yet because we have never done it before.
We're noobs.
That's like Adam and Eve going, what should we call that? Let's call it coitus. And God said no. Get out of my garden.
Take your apple
There's
with
a
you.
funny joke in there somewhere.
Did you have to do it on the beats, man?
Talk about that tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Maybe let's call it Chad. Make Chad feel guilty.
There
Something
you go.
Like that. Let's
Yeah.
make Chad feel guilty. All right, I'm ready for it, Chris. Play the clip. I've never seen this. Play the clip.
Whiteness is rooted in patriarchal and sexual violence, and the entire cultural lineage of anyone considering themselves to be white trash is abuse. We were not taught how to abuse, we were shown how to abuse, and it is our job to unlearn that. Built into the fabric of my poor white single mother's DNA is generations of trauma, abuse, abandonment, and neglect. She was raised by racists. Her mother was beaten by a white man. Her mother was beaten by a white man. Great-great-grandfather shot and killed himself because he was cheating on his wife. Whiteness was created as a social mechanism through patriarchy and colonialism. We were not taught cultural traditions or spirituality. We were just taught how to survive. And for a lot of us, that survival was rooted in racism and sexism. And any poor white mother can tell you about it. Hurt people hurt people.
So is that an explanation? Are we supposed to feel guilty for being white
Yes.
on that? Because but basically it's an unlearned behavior. It's a learned behavior over generations.
It's attached to your DNA. So I would like you to please.
Well, it is. In fact, whiteness is attached to my DNA. Now, white culture in and of itself, I don't know if I can blame generations on the car out in front of my house that has no wheels on it, or the vacuum cleaner along with the washing machine that is in disrepair that is sitting out in the grass. I don't know if that's caused me to oppress anybody. It never caused me to sleep with a cousin. At least even I might have had the desire once, but let's face it, we didn't spend a lot of time together anyway. So when we got together at Six Flags, it just felt sort of natural. There was mutual attraction. There were a lot of white hormones that were going on, and bam, next thing you know, it's cousin love. Why go across the street when you can go across the hall? It's a real simple fact. White people are very efficient. I don't know, though. I'm just thinking, in this case right here, that guy's a perfect example of why you should unmask Louisiana. Let the white race just die out, man. And where else do you find more of it than right there in sweet-ass Louisiana? I'm telling you, man, if it's so bad, why are we trying to save them? Why are we trying to save them? I don't know if I should feel bad or not, but I'm just trying to think if I still have my cousin's number saved in my phone.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. Hey.
He sounded an awful lot like he's trying to form a new tribe within whiteness. He was just hurt people.
Well, it's just a matter of time
That's
before they're
very
killing
much
a
what it
pig.
sounded like.
Yeah. It's just a matter of time.
Oh, what about the dopes? Freaking donkey dopes.
I love TikTok. Just let the Chinese have our information.
Exactly.
We're already giving it to them. I mean, my God. I told you at the very beginning, you stand in line, you meet with an official, you take the test, you submit it to the government does God knows what with it. God knows what.
Why don't we send all those dodo birds over to China? All those idiotic, I feel guilty for my white skin. Y'all go to China.
Yeah.
Bye.
Lisa, you should feel very guilty.
Oh, I have no ounce of guilt.
Super pale.
And I did try to darken my skin today, too. Little bronzer, a little contour.
No matter what you say to me, I will keep my foot of oppression on the backs of the necks of your brown skin, Chris Cruz. I will keep your people down.
It's time for you to be held accountable. If I'm going to be on your show, I want to show what is wrong with you white people and why I'm being kept down because of what you're doing.
We are going to be woke before it's all done.
That's right.
Listen, welcome to the Woketopia. Speaking of which, I want to remind everybody I've got a book coming out in September. It has been delayed yet again by a week. The book is called Am I Crazy? An Unapologetic Patriot takes on today's the insanity of today's woke world. My lovely co-author Josh Jennings sitting over there at the pub. I'm excited about this.
Me too.
Excited about this. We're working
If
hard.
they ever finally put it out.
Yeah, if they'll put it
I'm
out.
excited.
It's getting out there, man. It's going to be, we're planning a huge, big press release for this thing. We're going to be pushing it hard on the Blaze as well as various other news networks, not the least of which is Newsmax and One America and Fox News and CNN if they'll have us, and maybe The View, MSNBC. I want to go on Rosie's show. Does she still have a show? I don't even know.
O'Donnell.
God, wouldn't
Not in 30 years,
on
Chad.
The View be the most amazing thing of all time?
And sit right next
really
there,
would.
next to Joy Behar.
Yes.
They would love me, though.
Yeah.
And Whoopi Goldberg.
Right
They
there.
would.
Yes.
Love me.
Smack
and I
in the
give
middle.
Whoopi Goldberg a slight pass on being crazy and liberal because she was in Star Trek, but only a slight pass.
Slight pass. But they would love me on there. Mm-hmm. They would want to make me
Joy
regular.
would be your biggest fan.
They would love me.
They'd have
And I would-
amazing
I would-
ratings.
I would embarrass them without even knowing that they're being embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's fun about that. I tell you what.
Please let's make that happen. Please.
We've worked on it. You know, they wanted to, and a while back, they wanted to have me on The View, and they got scared off.
Oh, funny.
Funny. Hoping to get on Bill Maher. I was almost on Bill Maher.
Yeah, you need to be on all the woke shows.
Is it okay? I'm on Blaze. Is it okay for me to just say publicly that just when I thought Tommy Lauren couldn't look any better, she went and dyed her hair red?
No, she did not. Did she?
She looks fantastic. I'm going to text her today. I'm going to text her tonight and tell Tommy, kudos. If you ever go back to blonde, never just lose my number. Tommy, lose my number. That's how white guilt I feel. Right
Wow.
there.
Wow.
That's how I'm going to text her here in just a little while. And I was sitting there I was like, is this an old picture? Is this a new picture? I was like, just when I thought Tommy couldn't be any more attractive, bam, red hair.
Don't show Cuomo.
Oh my God, no, he'll be touching it up. We'll be right back.
She's too old for him.
You're wearing a real white T-shirt today.
I know, look at it.
Dang.
Keep Texas red.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, real red.
We want it all red.
Somebody said, you just want to keep Texas red. Bam, there's the shirt.
We sure do. We sure do.
Yep.
Push me on it. Our Freedom Over Fear shirts are up now. WatchChad.com. You can also get the Chad Prather Show official merchandise at shop.blazemedia.com. Shop the Chad Prather collections. If you don't have the one with the Party Time Mom right on your bathing suit front right here, everybody needs that bathing suit.
I need that one. I gotta get. Okay.
Me too.
I guess I'm going to watchchad.com.
Do they do a double X small?
Do they have pillows for padding? Because then I'm in. I'm in.
You should do the red hair like Tommy.
No.
Do the red hair.
Are you kidding me?
How much would it take?
I'll just wear a wig. I'll just do a wig. I'll bring a wig in for next week.
Try that.
Okay.
I want to see. We want to see. Sign the petition. Lisa Page goes red. Keep Texas red.
Yeah, to match my stance.
Yeah.
How I vote.
And remember, we got the campaign coming up. It's going to be maskburnday.com. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to see how many influencers. I want to see if I can get Glenn Beck to burn a mask.
Oh, Glenn would be, I'm
I
sure.
want to see if I could get Glenn Beck to burn a mask. We're going to have maskburnday.com on the Glenn Beck program. Those of you who call in and actually get through, request Chad Prather on the Glenn Beck program. That's what I want to happen. I want everybody. Let's do that.
What, put you on
The
Glenn's
man
show?
is 100 yards down the hall and never has me on the freaking show. Your husband is his co-host.
Why don't you ask Stu? He'll do it.
I don't know if they'll do it.
Yes, he will.
They won't do it.
They love when you're on.
Hey, go pre-order my book, Am I Crazy? And do it right now where books are sold. We're going to be back with you tomorrow night. It's going to be a hump day, and it's going to be fun. Love you. God bless. Talk to you then. Bye.